Elon Musk slams Tim Walz for cheering Tesla stock slide. He said, "What a creep. What a jerk." He is. He's weird, man. He's a weirdo. Tim Walz is one weird puppy, man. I mean, he tries to pretend to be like this everyday man when he's not. That's why during the 2024 election, he was calling MAGA and Trump supporters weirdos, because he was projecting his classic projection. He know he's the weirdo, and he want to try to get ahead of it by calling his opponent's supporters weirdos. That's what it was all about. But you have to be like this weird person to pray for the downfall of a company, an American company that employs thousands upon thousands of people, and you praying for their downfall. And not only that, you were the governor of a state that holds a lot of stock into that. A lot of pensions is tied up to this company. And then you try to play it off as a joke. He can't stop putting his foot in his mouth. He can't. Tim Walz is what I'm talking about. He just can't. He can't stop. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to play some clips. We're going to see what Elon Musk has to say about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. This comes from the Gateway Pundit. And they report that Elon Musk slammed failed vice presidential candidate and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, whom Musk called a creep and a huge jerk during a recent interview with Bret Baier. This comes after Walz, an eccentric freak. That's exactly. When you got money, we call you eccentric, right? Said he looks at the Tesla stock to give him, quote, a little boost during the day, before noting that the stock price was dropping below $225 a share. So let's play the clip here. We all seen it, but let's go ahead and let's play it again though. Here we go.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So.
How's that a joke?
And if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, you know, and take out, just telling you.
Okay, that didn't seem like a joke. Where's the punchline? That's not that. He tried to say that he was joking there. But Tesla price was cut in half from a high of close to $500 per share in December 2024 to roughly $220 in March, as Elon Musk devotes his time to cutting waste, fraud, and abuse in government spending, and triggers psychotic liberal terrorists who are vandalizing the property of innocent Tesla owners across the nation. So we're gonna play the clip. You know, I'm not a stock advisor or anything like that, or claims to know a great deal about the stock market, but I know Tesla has a wonderful product, and it has never ever been as cheap as it's been now to own Tesla stock. So if I was a betting man, you know, I would bet on Tesla, and I would definitely try to get some Tesla stock while the price is so low. But that's just me. Like I said, this is not no advice or anything like that. I'm not no tech. I'm not no stock guru or anything like that. But I'm just I'm a realist. However, the price fluctuation is potentially not terrible news for those who bought the dip earlier this month, including this author. See, that's what I was just alluding to. Unfortunately, the governor, his state pension funds hold nearly 2 million shares of Tesla stock, totaling a whopping $365.5 million in assets. So, he said that poor guy didn't check his portfolio and his own pension plan for the state, billionaire Kevin O'Leary said, while calling Walz a bozo, which he was. As the Gateway Pundit reported, Walz later walked back his comments on the stock price after realizing that he was rooting against his own state. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. He tried to say it was a joke, but Walz said it was a joke. Yeah, right. Accusing the right of having, quote, no sense of humor, but admitting that the obsession with Elon is unhealthy. You can't make this stuff but where was the joke? I'm still waiting on the punchline. But the Gateway Pundit reported that Musk and his Doge engineers sat for an interview with Bret Baier last week and revealed some of their findings, including massive Social Security fraud through fake direct deposit information changes. Why are the Democrats so opposed to Musk saving retired people from being robbed? That's what I was saying. Why they are so much against fraud and waste. During the interview, Musk also commented on the future of the United States in light of President Trump and Doge's work to secure freedom and merit-based opportunities. So let's just get to the clip. Here we go.
I've been having problems.
Sorry
with my
about the
teeth for
commercial. Sorry about the commercial.
3
Let me
or
mute
4
this.
years now.
Okay, I can skip it now. Here we go.
My companies are suffering because I'm in the government. You just pointed that out a moment ago.
Right.
Do you think it helps sales if dealerships are being firebombed? Of course not. And Tesla customers are being intimidated all over the country and all over Europe. Mm-hmm. Does that help Tesla?
Of course not.
I mean, you had Tim Walz, who's a huge jerk, running around on stage with the Tesla stock price where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do!
Yeah.
What a creep! What a jerk!
Yeah. Who finds joy in the downfall of an American company that produces so many jobs and so many opportunities? And you supposed to be this environmentalist. The leftists pretending like they care about the environment when you supposedly electric cars are supposed to be the way of the future, and you got someone who has a great product, so-called for the environment. That's a whole nother story. I don't agree with that, but supposedly for the environment. And you're against that. You're praying for their downfall. You're excited about it. Like, that's evil. That's nothing short of evil.
Like, who derives joy from that? And it was pointed out to him that actually, Minnesota State Pension Fund is a major investor in Tesla. But he didn't care. He was so overjoyed by Tesla stock going in half. Does that sound like a good person to you?
Right.
I don't think so.
When I was growing up, we didn't have internet, then we didn't have cell phones, then we got them, then we got the Apple phone and all the technology that I've just seen in my lifetime.
Yeah.
The fact that we are where we are, if you're talking to an audience, where are we in 5 years? Where are we in 10 years?
I do think
You can tell he really sits and he really processes these things, his thoughts, before he actually answer. My mind kind of works the same way, but my process is kind of slow. I process a little slow sometimes. Like, I'll have all these thoughts. It's hard to get them out sometimes.
there's the potential for a great future, as long as America remains the land of freedom and opportunity.
I agree.
So freedom means that the government does not infringe upon your personal liberties. That you can do what you want as long as it doesn't harm another person.
Yep.
Land of opportunity means that you succeed on the basis of your merits, on how hard you work and how good you are at your job.
Yep. Facts.
Those fundamental principles are what will ensure a great future.
Yep. I'm all
and that's
for
what
it.
President Trump is committed to doing. It's what the Doge team is committed to doing. And if we succeed, I think we'll have a wonderful future.
Well, Elon, we really appreciate the time, and I think we dispelled some rumors and got into some very specifics that people wanted to hear. So thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Wow. I just don't understand Tim Walz. He is so weird. Just stay away. He is not helping the Democratic brand. Talking about, remember when he talked about he could beat up all Republicans and stuff. He just keeps saying dumb stuff, man, and then even ending up having to backtrack on these things. They need to just put him away, But y'all, let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.